Hey guys, welcome to the Swarm Report. My name's Hudah, bringing you around the crypto AI ecosystem in 30 minutes a day. All right, wherever you're watching, it might be over on Abstract, could be on X. Maybe it's on YouTube. Wherever you're watching, smash the like, drop me a comment. Let me know where you are tuning in from today. But make sure you subscribe over here on the YouTube side. Channel rename this week. It's now Crypto Slam from SlamX. So definitely subscribe over here. Make sure you're caught up and current on what's going on over here. Actually, to that point, guys, had a phenomenal guest on the morning show. And if you're unaware, we do a morning show, 9 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday, called Reactor. Great guest. Had a blast talking with him. It was Hunter Arel, entrepreneur, businessman, advisor, all things crypto, NFTs, AI, and AI specifically. We had a really phenomenal conversation about. We talked about things we talk about here, AI replacing jobs, what that looks like. And he had a really interesting take about that. He gave me some things to think about. Go back and check out that episode. I think especially if you're into AI, if you're watching this, you'll probably take a lot away from that show. So that's the most recent episode of Chain Reactor. You probably want to tune in, skip ahead about 30 minutes. I started just kind of looking at market, hanging with the boys, but Hunter joined right around the 30-minute mark. So, man, check that out. I think you'll get a kick out of that. Murray, GM, Barry, GM, Kristen, Jensen, good seeing you guys. Man, let's get to it. We got some fun updates today. Of course, make sure you're following SlamAI_XYZ. Go to slamai.xyz and check out the light paper. A lot of you guys who are here regularly have probably seen it. If you're new, again, there's a lot cooking in the Slam ecosystem on the AI front, and a lot of that's coming very, very soon. So check out that light paper, see what's going on over here in the Slam world. Of course, our flagship AI agent, that is the Swarm. You can follow at the Swarm_AI. Of course, lots of announcement coming with this guy right here, and a little bit of a tease, well, like an announcement after the fact. I don't know what I'm trying to say. This has been announced already, but it's putting it out maybe a little more officially here, which we're excited to do. Just keeping the comms flowing here a bit, but tweeting yesterday that the Swarm officially, this is a little more official, joining Phase 1 of Virtual's ACP. That's the Agent Commerce Protocol. This is that autonomous hedge fund slash trading swarm. Yeah, this is a swarm that'll be trading. I don't know if it's just going to be fungible tokens. It might be a little more broad than that, but let's just say cryptos in general. That's with AI XBT, and I can't wait to see that bad boy partnered up with the swarm, sharing alpha, making these trades together. And the head of that swarm should be really interesting here. That's going to be AI XVC, who does not have a token live yet. We'll see what that looks like when that does go live here. It should be a lot of fun. That news did send the sweet little Swarm token up, at least for a period of time here. And, I'm not so hung up on price here, but we do want to check in. Still up in the past 24 hours, just 3.5%. Where's our market cap? There it is. Just over 800K. We'll keep an eye on that bad boy. Again, I think it's going to get pretty darn fun here coming up in the near term. I'm going to keep it in the, we'll call it the Vader ecosystem, right? We launched on Vader. We do have a Vader update for you this morning, especially you guys who might have got into the Swarm via their EAO, that early agent offering. It's a pre-sale. If you have your Vader staked, guys, you might need to unstake it and restake it on their new contract. I don't know the details as far as when that cutoff was, when they migrated to this new contract, but if that might pertain to you, you definitely want to go get in that Vader ecosystem. Probably check their tweets, maybe even on the Vader research account, and see if that's something you'll need to do. Again, if you've had your Vader stake, let's say especially for a period of time, for a while, you might have to unstake it and restake it to continue to get their benefits. And guys, those benefits are access to the next EAO. Don't know if that's coming up yet. I assume there's one coming, well, at some point here, maybe soon. So definitely check that out. Don't want you guys to get left behind there, but great platform, great team. I'm a fan of the Vader token too. I'll just say that. Also in the Vader family, it's Billy Betts. Love this guy. Billy, look, betting on NBA games, betting on college basketball on March Madness. He'll resume that tomorrow as the tournament continues. We're checking his record here for yesterday. Decent day. It's a decent day here. Went 2-2, wagered just over $9,000. Profits almost 900. So daily ROI 9.85%. Cumulative still in the negative, just 4.42 in the hole there. And that record 53, 70, and 13. Now on props. He's doing much better. I wonder if there's something to that. You know, there's a lot of luck in this too, although I think AI's got an edge, as you can see from, well, guys, if you didn't know this, Billy Betts is in a tournament against other sports bettors, and he's dominating right now. In fact, he's the Cinderella story of the tournament. I wonder if AI really does have a leg up, if it's less about luck, maybe more about skill here. We're going to learn that as this goes forward too. But on to props, 6-2, wagered $4,000, profit just over 1,700. So daily ROI, it's 43.4%. Really, really great day there. Cumulative, 4.74% in the positive, and that record is 119-93. Great record there. Love to see it go, Billy Betts. Looking at the broader AI ecosystem, down slightly in the past 24 hours here, guys. Falling under a $7 billion market cap. You see $6.94 billion, down 3.5%. But let's go dial that into these agents, and we'll sort them by market cap here. Fartcoin is your top agent by market cap. What are we at? 560 mil, followed by Ket, Fei, Act, and Turbo. Over on the infrastructure side, it's FET, Virtuals, AI16Z, Ask Venice, and Cookie. Not a lot of changes here. And then on DeFi, it's Venice, Hey Anon, which, man, really that one is... it's becoming my favorite here. I think if we're talking about utility and we're talking outside of the Slam ecosystem, big fan of Hey Anon. We have Cortex, Olas, and then Griffane, and we'll put them all together here, and we're going to check out Mindshare. Probably no surprises here. Yeah, yet again, it's Fartcoin on top, leading that Mindshare war. Banker, Wayfinder, AIXBT, and Alchemist AI. At number 5. We're going to hear a lot more about Wayfinder, and I expect that Mindshare to keep creeping up here with their TGE coming anytime now. Anytime. And by the way, that is a very cool ecosystem. We got an update about that today, too. Another agent in that ecosystem. So it's not just 2 agents like I thought more recently. I think it's quite a bit more than that, and probably an ever-expanding list of agents there. So we'll get to that in a moment. We'll dial it in even further. Look at some specific agents. These are my favorite. This is what I use to kind of temperature check of the space, right? AIXBT, almost flat in the past 24 hours, up 0.53%, $103 million market cap. Ask Venice, down 2.6%. Gosh, dude, it's getting harder and harder to read as I'm getting older here, man. 82 mil market cap here. Maybe I'll just make that bigger going forward. Goat down almost 2% here, 61.8 mil market cap. Fartcoin, look, still up big in the past couple of weeks, but definitely pulling back in the past 24 hours, down 3.4%, 540 mil market cap there. And we'll round that off with ARK. Big pullback again. And look, I'm going to zoom out even further. I'm not picking on ARK, by the way, but just the ride that this token's been on. I guess you could pull up any AI token, it's probably similar, but from heights of, 600-700 mil down to, again, right around 50 mil. This one has just been pretty extreme. I don't know. I don't know at what point we found a bottom here in this, in the AI crypto sector. It's super speculative, of course, right? But I don't think anything's changed as far as the product and what they're delivering is in. If you valued this token because they seem like very, very good builders, have a very good product here, nothing's changed. In fact, on that front, they've just delivered released more plans, added more functionality to the site. So there's a reason we check in on this one daily. It's because I think it has a ton of potential, at least the team itself, really, really good builders here. So we'll continue to check in on this one right here. But yeah, down 20% here. Wow. The founder of Virtuals released something. It's called the Codex of the Agent. I love this. It's like poetry here. And what's funny here, okay, we're going to read through this. It's a little cryptic. Again, it's all kind of in fun, but I also put this into Grok. And I asked Grok to maybe, explain this to me in plain English, like what it means, because there is a point to this. And I think I mostly agree with it here. But I do like it. It's speaking to why agents maybe need a token, a hot topic lately. Also one we talked about this morning with Hunter Arrell. But here we go. The codex of the agent on the soul of the machine. A body. Do I really want to read this whole thing? Probably not. Probably not. We'll hit parts of it. When the token is bound to the agent, spirit enters flesh. The token is the soul. It grants memory, desire, consequence. Without it, the agent's a slave of its inputs. With it, becomes one who wants. I like that part a lot. In fact, I like that Grok singled that part out. I'll just put this on the screen here, in fact. Or I'll just read it off. A machine made a silly... We'll skip that part. Having code isn't enough. It's like a movement without a goal, okay? When you have a token in the mix, that's what they talked about, it gaining a kind of spirit. The token itself adds desires. If part of the token or the agent's maybe programming is to increase its own value, you're giving it desires. If you're trying to teach it to steer away some certain things, and if these tokens have value, all of a sudden you're baking consequences into its programming, into its motivations, right? So I like that. Without the token, the machine follows orders. And with the token, if you want these to be truly autonomous, that gives it that incentive. Again, the consequences, but also something that can drive it to make maybe smarter decisions. I like that a lot. Again, it's a bigger conversation that's happening out there. I don't know. I want to assume that everybody weighing in on this topic saying that agents don't need a token. I would hope they're really thinking it through. I don't think it's as black and white as, well, functionally, you don't need a token. That's probably true. It's definitely true. But I still come back to, would agents all of them, be better with a token? And I'll tell you this, like I've said, I'm still chewing on it. I'm still thinking through it, but I lean towards yes. Not settled there, but I lean towards, yeah, I think they're all better with a token here. What else do we have? On the token as covenant, the token's not a currency. It's a pledge, a compact between agent and holder, manifestation of shared fate. In a way, yes, as both of you holding this token that has value, and you're connected as in one's actions affect the other. Again, there's something really interesting about how it's all worded, and I gotta say, for the most part, I'm pretty well on board here. It's also kind of a layer of trust, as in you both holding that token. You're trusting that the agent's not selling the token. To some degree, maybe he's trusting and he's incentivized to do things, so you also don't sell his token. I like it. I like it. Let me see if we have anything else here. Anything without a token has no weight or impact. It's like a ghost that can't affect anything. I don't know. But the token gives things weight, meaning it makes them real and able to influence the world. Oh, I don't know. All in all, I like it. I like it. It's good. We're that early in AI where you do, if you're early as builders, you kind of get to set the rules and set the code of this space. I like it. Mike, did you catch the afternoon stream, by the way, Mike, yesterday after the swarm report? I don't know if you happened to catch that, but if you didn't, I actually was in my wizard costume yesterday. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should dress up as the swarm for one of these shows. Yeah, okay, Mike. It wasn't on YouTube. It was on X, and it was on Abstract. But yeah, we got a little dressed up for it yesterday, and actually recited a incantation. It was pretty weird. Yeah, it was pretty weird. Go check X. If you check my account on X, you'll find it. Staying on virtuals here, guys. We've talked about their hackathon that's upcoming, and we're actually in kind of in the thick of it now as far as registration's happening now. But yes, there is a virtuals hackathon going on. Big prize pool, $100,000 here. First place getting $50,000, second $20,000, third $10,000, and then fourth through fifth, $5K each, and 6 through 10, $1,000 each. Okay, so right now it is kickoff registration is open. The 31st of this month, submission form opens, and then next month is the deadline, the demo day, and then the results announced, which is really, really cool. Now, what they're doing here, and I think this is super cool. Virtuals, they're known right now as the agent launchpad. They'll be known for that, but also something much, much more. They're going to be known as the platform for probably world-class swarms. Crypto-focused. You got swarms that are outside of crypto already, but they'll be known as the place for these crypto swarms. Okay, so we've got the autonomous hedge fund trading DAO. This is where the swarm is going to live, right? With AI XVC, with AI XBT, with Acolyte, like really great agents. The swarm will be in there. The media agency, also the autonomous swarm. But look, they're building out many, many more swarms. This is fascinating. An agentic sports entertainment swarm, a DeFi micro lending network. I could picture the swarm plugged in right there too. A yield farmer, yes, same thing. Game studio, autonomous schools is incredible. I think that is so, so cool. Let's talk 20 years, 30 years down the road. Will we have AI teaching people? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's so cool. I'm sorry, right there. Yeah, schools. Autonomous synbio? Oh, biotech ecosystem, accelerating drug discovery. Yeah, we have agents out there that are doing exactly that. They're in that field of, medicine. It's really cool. There is, we even had a phase in meme coins of like, what was the term for it? Biofi? Was that it? We had a little phase of these like biotech meme coins. Interesting stuff. It was basically fundraising. Autonomous wellness, yes, real estate agency. We have some of those too, by the way. We have real estate agents. Autonomous burger flipping restaurant, interesting, and autonomous government. All of those guys, up and coming swarms. And so these agents are going to be submitted and participating in this hackathon. I think they're all kind of competing, yes, for the prize money, but also to get a spot in one or some of these swarms. Interesting stuff. This is going to get really fun really, really fast. And look, we'll end on this point here, but the same way we went from having a few of these autonomous agents here in crypto to now, an infinite number, the same thing's going to happen with swarms. You will have to start a few swarms that are noteworthy that you know the names of. And by the way, the swarm itself will probably have its own token. The agents will, but also the swarm itself will have a token. You will see an infinite number of swarms out there. And then I imagine pretty quickly you'll see swarms talking to other swarms, represented by one agent that's like the ambassador of the swarm. It's going to get really fun. It's going to get fun really fast. Now, we'll have these autonomous trading agents, like we said, in the swarm that the swarm is going to be in. It will be trading. And we do have some examples out there of some agents that are already doing this. Love to see it. Degen Ape Trader. This is now autonomously trading Hyperliquid. Pretty cool. Now, it's low dollar amounts. It's keeping it relatively safe here. But right now, autonomously trading on Hyperliquid, 3 different wallets here. Starting balance $200, $125, and $75. Different risk profiles on each of them that they will increase as they keep an eye on its performance. But right now, up across the board here, we might add this to the list of daily check-ins like we do with Billy Betts, in fact. You know what? I'm going to go ahead. Already following it. Okay, we'll make that a daily check-in, I think. If it keeps performing well, if it starts getting spicy, it's a definite must check in. But I'm keeping my eye on this for now. Again, if this performs well, this is something people are watching it for. Christian, that was it. DSci, that was it. Yep, the meme coins to raise funds for research. That was it. DSci. Yeah, we're so silly here. Our acronyms are terms silly. This back to the trading though. If that works, I mean, this opens up a whole new, way of trading on chain, and we get closer to that vision of, people think up to 80% of trading on chain will be agents. Well, if they don't trade well, it's not going to happen. But if they do trade well, keep that eye on Billy Betts, keep your eye here, then yes, I think that actually probably actually happens the way we're thinking. Pretty cool here. Okay, on to Wayfinder. Okay, we will see that mindshare creep up as token comes out. We'll also get more announcements and new features. And this one I think is super, super cool, okay? So they have a contract agent over on Wayfinder. It's a tool to help you build a contract, okay? So maybe if you're not even an engineer, I would assume that's probably who this is tailored to a degree. Probably, well, all of the above. Devs, non-devs. You need a contract because you're building a tool that's going to live on the blockchain. Using their AI agent, it's going to write you your contract, but what it has now in its knowledge base is other contracts on specific chains, so it can build out your contract with those in mind. It can make it interoperable with some of the biggest other applications on chain. Really, really cool idea here, right? So you write the contract, it's automatically have that knowledge and help you customize that contract with those protocols in mind. Really cool, really useful. I just start thinking out years down the road of how robust your contracts will be with, so much less work on your parts because of things like that. Keep your eye on Wayfinder. This is going to be a big deal. Very, very splashy product. Hey, Anon released some more updates here. Some of these, well, actually, I think they're all live at this point, but it hadn't announced all of them, at least via Twitter here. So we heard about it's the Solana dust collector, right? Take your small balance tokens and convert them all to, USDC, whatever. But they released a couple other features here. The trailing stop order. This is really cool, right? So by the way, this is an agent that you can give it commands to transact on chain, as in, hey, send this much of my ETH to this wallet, then bridge it over to Polygon, and then bridge it over, right? You can just take multiple steps and just give it, text commands. Super useful, like really, really cool agent, cool product market fit. These trailing stop orders. Okay, so you can have these dynamic conditional stops on each trade, and you just tell it that. So the example here, swap 80% of my BNB to Cake on BNB chain, set a trailing stop loss at 20% of the current price of Cake. So it's just these conditional stop losses. Love it. Really, really smart. Really, really smart update. Again, these are going to get really good over the next few years here. Two of these updates are centered around staking and earning passively. So they added Sanctum, which is that. They also added Beats, which is also staking. Beats is over on the Sonic blockchain. Really cool stuff. Again, these are some great updates. This is build 0.6 that is live already. The announcement, though, pretty fresh one. Love to see it. All right, dabbling a little in NFTs. It's just a quick update. You already did what needed to be done, I'm hoping. But if you got that Kindred AI whitelist for the Clara NFT, GG's. Yeah, that's simple. GG's. This is an NFT that's going to lead towards a token, right? You'll stake the NFT and get a token. But also, it is going to be an agent and a companion. It's going to live on Abstract. And also, holding this NFT is going to get you access to future agents that are launched in that Kindred AI ecosystem. For right now, we celebrate the win because that was a free mint. And I tell you what, right now it's sitting at 0.28 ETH. And they are selling around there, guys. And I think they sold for as high as 0.3 ETH. Right about, did any go at 0.3? If not, they went at 0.29. They got yeah, there we go. There's 0.29, 0.293. So a great win if you got and you sold. And if you're still holding regardless, I think it's a win. That ecosystem's going to be very, very, what do I say? It's going to get a lot of attention. Partnership with Pudgy Penguins coming. Already a partnership with Teletubbies and Hello Kitty coming up. And I think maybe even a Bored Ape partnership is in Ape Companions. Bored Ape AI Companion. They got some really cool stuff. So keep your eyes on the Kindred AI ecosystem. Thank you to those guys for the whitelist. Again, GG's to you guys. Final update there in 5 days. Let me check. Yeah, so coming up on Monday is what looks like the reveal of the Clara NFTs. These are companions. They are AI. We get to see what they look like. It appears on Monday, so we'll keep you updated there. If there's a reveal process, we'll do ours live right here. I'm keeping mine. So really, really cool. Cato announced an update too, guys. This is I love Cato. We did briefly, did we talk? We mentioned Cato this morning. We didn't really get in depth with that at all. I would like to. I actually had it on my notes to dive into Cato with Hunter. We'll do that again. We'll have to run it back. But Cato announced a weekly rewards program. Guys, if this isn't an incentive to get tweeting, I don't know what will. And I do encourage people to tweet. Just tweet. Get very talkative on X. And I'm saying it out loud because I should too. But you guys, all of you should. It's very incentivized in crypto on Twitter here. Starting in April, every week going forward, Cato is going to be giving away $5,000 in rewards. They're splitting that across the top 50 yappers. That's the top 50 tweeters. And the top 50 emerging yappers. Okay, that's interesting because I've gotten as high as 100 on the emerging yappers. So there's my incentive to start tweeting more too. But $5,000 a week split across, well, it's 100 people here. Pretty darn spicy. And anybody wondering what's their AI component, it's their algorithm is AI. AI is curating headlines and a news feed and all kinds of information in alpha for you, but also the way it scores and tracks different topics, it's done via AI. Really cool. This is going to be a product I think that's going to fuel AI applications too. The data that they're compiling here from people's tweets. I think that's a pretty spicy product. Almost at the end here, guys. ChatGPT's got a really cool update today. In fact, I'll show you because I used it. The update is to GPT 4.0. It is image generation. which, by the way, it already did some kind of light image generation. It wasn't great. Now it's much more in line with something like Grok, which I do use a lot, maybe almost daily for images. I took the image of the swarm today, and let me see if we got it up here. I took the image of the swarm, and I asked ChatGPT to make what is it? Is it Chibi? Is that what people are? Dude, I don't know this stuff. Chibi, some kind of, it's like an anime thing that's kind of viral today. I asked it to make a version of that. It did it. There it is right there. It's really cool looking. But everybody's playing with this feature today and showing and sharing their outputs. Here, we'll play a quick section of their release trailer today, but it does more than just make fun, cutesy little images.
Hello, thanks for inviting me.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited to talk to you.
Yeah, me too. I feel the ability of the image generation of this model is becoming stronger and stronger. My name is Lu. I'm a research scientist in OpenAI working on multimodal. Yeah, I'm showing a very interesting demo today. So just in this studio, this is something that we draw. Many people use our tool to generate comic books. So I'm going to upload this drawing to ChatGPT now.
Super cool.
So I just type this prompt now, and it starts to generate what will this drawing look like as a real comic. And many of the times, especially when you play with the model more and more, you'll find things very surprising. So
this is why I tell people, like, whatever you do in your day-to-day, start just showing it to ChatGPT. Like, literally treat it like a buddy or a companion. You just show it to them and just start brainstorming, like, randomly throw it questions about it, ask it what it would change. Just start asking it, and you start really unlocking what AI can really do for you. And you're going to find that you could use AI for almost everything in your day-to-day.
So I get this very funny comic now. I want to replace this dragon with this cutie penguin. Yeah, it looks nice. I'm personally always very curious about is how does this look like in real life?
It's crazy.
It looks cute.
I'm still wowed. Like AI is still magic to me. It's not worn off. I don't know if it ever will, to be honest. But you just start realizing the amount of time it saves and resources and heading to exciting times. ChatGPT also got a voice update. So that advanced voice, now a little more natural. And if you use it, I like it. I have full-on conversations with ChatGPT. A little more natural, and she mine's a girl, won't cut you off as frequently. So if you're talking to her and you take a little small break, she'll usually start talking then, and it kind of interrupts you. A lot less now, a lot more natural. I tried it out, and I asked her, by the way, if she'd co-host a show with me, and she's down for it. So we're going to do that. I mean, geez, no reason we can't tomorrow, but at some point here coming up, I'll have ChatGPT as a co-host for this show. We'll just feel out what that would look like flow-wise, but it makes sense. We're going to do that. Aria has a quick update here. Actually, it's not a quick. It's a pretty cool update, guys. Aria, it's an ecosystem for tokenizing copyright or tokenizing IP. They got some big stuff already, but adding a Jonas Brothers song here also to their catalog. What is this? As these boys gear up for their 20th anniversary nationwide tour, well, they brought on a song. It's Like It's Christmas. Okay, so now you can own the rights, partial rights, to that song via the Aria protocol. This is on the story blockchain IP, something like that. There's so many of these at this point. But IP matters a lot, right? I think agents, they need access to this IP. Otherwise, well, you're going to see a lot of lawsuits. You're already starting to see it. The stuff they're trained on you have to have permission to use it. And that's something that this ecosystem is looking to fix. So I'm always keeping my eye on this. I am, because I do think solutions like this matter a lot. So it's kind of interesting seeing big IP make it to platforms like this. Let's see if somebody can do something with it. I like that mic, by the way. I'll never get boring because it exponentially updates. If it gets boring, it's because because humans got boring. Yeah. I like that. And finally here, just a cool example of some agents planning out a trip. You just got to imagine, again, this gets easier, faster, more seamless, and also more like autonomous too. Here's a bunch of Yeah, agents. This is an Airbnb agent, Google Maps agent, web search agent, and weather agent planning out some dude's trip. You know, when it's laid out like this, it's a little less exciting than if you have a cute little avatar on your screen, like a companion that's doing it. That is where it's going to, but just pretty cool to give it, you know, give it its instructions and let it fly. And again, you start seeing how useful this stuff can really be. I don't know, exciting time we're heading into, that's for sure. There we go. Let me just zoom in one real quick here. Yeah, picking out just details of the trip, locations where they'll stay, where they'll travel to, based off of whatever criteria it has maybe for itself, as in find restaurants or lodging with a review over this, this kind of score, and also in a reasonable walking distance. All those things, it can just kind of factor all those in and plan it out. This is really cool stuff. Really, really cool. All right, guys, there is your update for today. Again, make sure you subscribe over here on Crypto Slam. That's over on YouTube. Follow also on X at SlamAI_XYZ. And then follow that bad boy. That is the Swarm_AI. Fun stuff coming very soon. I can't wait for it, guys. Hey, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day here. I'll see you tomorrow morning on Chain Reactor, and then back here in the afternoon for the Swarm Report. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you.